Hello everybody, I'm here to do the soulmate reading for August energies. And this is a very collective, general energy for soulmate readings. Some of you, it may not resonate. For others of you, it'll resonate in bits and pieces. For a few of you, it'll resonate exactly how it's meant to resonate. So because this is very general and this is for the whole month of August and it's the whole collective, take what resonates, okay? I do private bookings, which you could reach me through, you could order through my website, angelswhisper1122.com, and book your private reading, and I'll look into your own private situations, all right? This is general, so take what resonates. Looking into your own private reading, though, I can see more about what this could resonate with or what could be happening to your relationship that's making everything so frustrating. The focus of the month for this month is the Ten of Swords, though, so things are ending. Some of you may feel conflicted with stress. Others of you may have some heart, mind energies that are ongoing, have been ongoing, or it could be the last few weeks. Could delays from hidden truths, because the Three of Swords, especially next to the High Priestess, is the what's going on with the opposition factor, and this is the foundation, which shows that right now it may not, throughout the month of August, it may not feel like it's a foundation, but this is the foundation for this month, and it may not seem like it's a foundation, but coming from the High Priestess, which is hidden truths, this Three of Swords is also about hidden. Three of Swords is also sometimes, most of the time, it can be possibly hidden truths coming up from the heart or the soul or even the mind. It's a mental thing, but it's also dealing with emotions, or I'm hearing the word pitfalls. So there's some of you that are dealing with pitfalls this month, and others of you are healing or releasing pitfalls. But the focus is the Ten of Swords. So there's going to be some endings for this month. It could be a relationship, or it could also be focusing on the old and moving on to the forward future, moving forward and releasing and ending any situations that have been pain in the neck, the pain in the body, whole body aches and pains. And these swords being all over the chakras, it feels to me like a lot of you need to cut the cords. Some of you just may need, this could be a karmic relationship. Some of you just may need to end this relationship, depending on where you're at with this issue. It could be a karmic soulmate, or it could be something that could be released and ending so you can move forward. Again, this is very general, so don't hear me and say, oh my God, I hope I'm not breaking up with my boyfriend or my husband. No, because this is very general. It could just be something simple as we need to work through this, and we're ending through it, and everything is moving forward where it needs to be. But for some of you, you may be having a karmic relationship, and it feels like there's a lot of issues that need to be released and broken through, ended. Okay, so this is the focus card for the month of August. All right, with the energies, there's sun, and through August until August 22nd, the sun is aka the Leo energy, and we are in Leo season right now, and we're going through the Lion's Gate portal energies right now. So we are dealing with a lot of strength, a lot of stability. The sun also coming from this focus card being the Ten of Swords. This really does bring into attention what needs to be cleared and how you can heal the situation. And I'm in between saying, I'm hearing like, I'm saying situation and I'm hearing sad. So it could be a sad situation that you just need to work through. Some of you may have a broken heart right now, but the sun is helping you to influence you on being more aware of what is causing the frustration. Is it sadness from a bad argument? Is it a sad situation from having to move back with your new relationship because things are not working out the way you want to? Or is it a sad situation because you're still reeling and dealing with something that needs closure? This is what the Ten of Swords comes in for the influence for the month of August, and this is the energy for the month of August. So there is sun at the end of a Ten of Swords. So there's going to be peaceful energies throughout this month. I feel like with the new moon at the same time as the Lionsgate portal on the 8th, there's going to be some transactions, some transportation for some of you. Transportation meaning your heart and your soul can transport energies together, which will bring more clearance, more clarity, more openness. There's also transitioning, transformation from the pain, from the Ten of Swords to the sun, which brings more harmony and happiness. There's more peacefulness, more positive changes coming in. There is a positive influence for this month, okay? And I feel like there is also from until the 22nd, which is going to evidently be the full moon in Aquarius. We have another Aquarius moon this month. It is the same day as when Leo changes and transitions into Virgo energy. So there is going to be some little bits and pieces of challenges that are maybe going from fiery energy to maybe some things that show up from the transitioning from the Leo energy to the Virgo energy, which can bring in some changes. There's fiery energy. Leo is also a really strong, positive momentum type of sign, whereas Virgo is more of a very powerful, transitioning, but earthy sign. And because it's an earthy sign, there's a lot of contemplation. There's a bit of perfectionism, but when it comes to love, Virgo is a sign where there's more contemplating, there's more casual energy, there's more peaceful. Things are not so demanding. Things can be a little bit more on the casual side. So that may be what this energy also is coming from, transitioning from the Leo energy to the Virgo energy with these other cards here. But from right now, from what I'm getting with the sun, is to be patient, to listen, to compromise, to build, to bring more positive affluence into your relationship, because your relationship, some of you, are growing. Even if you're in a karmic relationship right now, you may be feeling some kind of mixed feelings, because the Ten of Swords going into the sun energy, even though the sun is very bright and positive, right now when there's like coming from the Ten of Swords to the sun, it's telling you to be at peace. It's also telling you it may be heavy right now, but things need to change. So if you're in a karmic relationship, if there are endings that are coming into play, there are lessons along the way that you need to work through. I'm not saying that it can be a bad breakup. It could be. but with the 10 of Swords next to the Sun, there can also be harmony here. Being at peace. I feel for some of you, if you are in a karmic relationship, some of you may feel already that you already know the truth. The Sun is also about truth. The Sun is not just peaceful, positive, influential, very instinctive, intuitive, but it also brings in a lot of positive information. So some of you may have already had this feeling because there was some neglect coming up, and I am only talking to those of you if you're in a karmic relationship. This is not a message that everybody is in a karmic relationship, okay? What I'm getting with those of you in a karmic relationship, okay? There's influence coming from the 10 of Swords to the Sun, which can highlight what you may have already known, what you may have already felt in your bones and in your gut. So there are challenges, but this guy is touching the Sun, reaching for it, touching it. The Sun is nice and warm and positive and fuzzy. So there may be, even if you're in pain or if you're coming towards some pain, maybe in the middle of the month of August, you might get into reality where things just are shifty or breaking off. There could be some confrontation, but the Sun is there for you to reach for it. Be more positive, even if you feel like there's some negative patches that are being released. Now, you may not be going through a karmic relationship, but there could also be karmic wounds, karmic energies that are still being released, because we've been going through a lot of shifts the last few weeks. Shifts bring in new ideas, shifts bring in new things, and sometimes you don't realize it right away, but what comes from the ending shifts into the new. What comes into the new, there's some fuzzy feelings. There's also some feelings that are still may be attached to the 10 of Swords. So there could be wounds that are closing, that are coming into more harmony, more positive changes. So karmic could be either a karmic soulmate, or it could also be karmic wounds that are finally healing themselves. This energy throughout the month, things are just going to be in contemplation mode. The Lion's Gate is until the 12th too. So it's a moment to moment feeling for the beginning of this month. Even in the middle of the month, there could be some challenges that are starting to be revealed or healed. I feel towards the time of Virgo season, you're going to start feeling some relatively new beginnings that might help to re-energize your energies. It feels like a really great, solid connection. So there's peace. Because, and if you're in a new relationship or you're in an existed relationship, you're going from 10 of Swords to the Sun. This is building more momentum, more harmony, more ability to be able to talk about your feelings without arguing or being confused. But the conflicts, whatever is in this 10 of Swords, for those of you, the Sun is bringing up some positive changes where it can influence your relationships and make your relationship become stronger. The union energy for the month of August is 5 of Pentacles, which has to do with tests. Also, things breaking off, things that are still in the process of healing or reviewing the situation. And as you can see, she's hanging on the wall. Her hands are tangled. Okay, and she's hanging from a chain, it looks like. And her hands are tied. So what I'm feeling with this situation is your hands are being tied. So this definitely being the focus of the energy for August. and the Sun bridging into the Five of Pentacles, there is going to be something that's going to be popping up. Whether you're in a new relationship or an existed relationship, or this is a karmic situation, there's still some things that are going to be challenging. So this month is going to be, for some of you, one obstacle to the next obstacle. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm always honest with my readings, even if it's a general reading. There's some of you, not all of you, are going to have ups and downs and lots of anger issues, no. But I do feel that this confrontation is going to be something that will be revealed as things start to move forward this month. So being in the moment and being patient. The Sun is about patience. This Five of Pentacles is about what you need to do to end any karmic issues with the Ten of Swords. And letting go and releasing your hands from being tied. You can untie your situation. Even with all of these energies, you can still work your way towards more patience, to more production with positive results. But there are a lot of things that you may need to talk over with your soulmate, with your partner. Even if there are some sad truths, or even if there are some things that you pick up from your partner that does not feel really good. Or this could still be some of you in new relationships that are going through situations that are tested. You're being tested. You may have issues that you don't even want to look into because you don't want to be a part of any negativity. But things are being shown to you and your new or existed partner to be able to break through these situations. Yes, it looks like you're hanging. Some of you may be hanging on to a relationship that's not meant to be. Again, that's some of you that are in karmic relationships. Because the Five of Pentacles with the Ten of Swords, they both have a tendency to be about an ending, about a breakup. Not always, and I'm not saying this for everyone, but Five of Pentacles sometimes has to do with breaking up or breaking things or having to go through heavy times in order to be able to piece things back to stronger paths. I'm also hearing for some of you, although it may be challenging, you and your partner, new or existed, have what it takes to make this relationship stronger, and you both will come out of the situations a lot easier than you think you are. Right now it may feel heavy because the Five of Cups is what's going on behind the scenes of the Sun and the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Cups brings up a lot of remorse, emotion. Sometimes the emotions can be heavy, but there's conflicts. There could be misery, there could be anger, there could be frustration because of the lack of. This could also have to do with the fact that you want to be with your new partner. I'm always picking up, for some reason, for new relationships. For some of you, I'm feeling like you want to be with your new partner, but they just either don't have time or they're still working through their feelings. So this can be what the Ten of Swords, the Sun, Five of Pentacles, and Five of Cups could actually have something to do with what is going on behind the scenes with your relationship, why things are not moving the way you want them to. And it could be what is causing challenges in new relationships. This Five of Cups is feeling like there's a lot of triggers that are going to be popping up coming from the Ten of Swords, coming from the Five of Pentacles. With the Five of Cups and with the Sun, it shows that there's a tendency to have happy moments and positive moments and the ability to be able to talk about your feelings. But I also feel that as you talk about your feelings, you both need to, again, listen to each other. Because you may have disappointment. You also may have things that can actually help resolve the situations. You may also have moments where You feel like you're talking to the wall because they're not listening. You have to listen to each other. You have to compromise. There are changes coming in, but they feel unsettled at the moment, okay? And that's what's going on behind the scenes of the energies with soulmates for this month. And what is going on with the opposition? The factor with the opposition here is the High Priestess. There's a lot of thinking going on. There's a lot of unknowns that are going to resurface. For some of you, I get it's in your heart. You already know what to do. For others of you, it's take steps to determine what you need to think about and how you can bring strength and security back into your relationship. I'm hearing the word humble one. So you need to be humbled. You need to be more available. Don't go into the rest of this month thinking that you have all the answers and you don't want to hear. I'm feeling some of you are stubborn. So you need to not be stubborn. You need to let things resolve themselves, because there is a positive shift and turn. It may not feel like it right now, but there is a positive turn. You don't have to be hanging on to something that doesn't serve you. And with the Sun and the Five of Pentacles with the Five of Cups, you're hanging on to something that, even though it could be positive, you're not seeing the positive side. But with the opposing factor in the High Priestess, you are going to be able to come to conclusion. And this also has heart and soul guidance, because your heart and soul know the answers. Even though they're tripped up right now, even though you're not receiving the insights that you want to receive right now, things are going to come to light, so that way you can find the truth and be able to move forward. I do feel with this new moon on Lionsgate, on the Lionsgate portal, you'll be able to figure things out and take a step in the right direction. But right now, things are still in the middle of what needs to be. Because this Three of Swords is the foundation card, even though there is no foundation in the Three of Swords. Coming from the High Priestess, you do have the ability to come up with hidden truths and what's in your heart, what's in your mind. There's a competition going on between that, especially with the High Priestess next to the Three of Swords. I almost feel like you know in your heart what's going on, but you really don't want to see it. And it could be hidden factors coming from the High Priestess to the Three of Swords. But that connection, that conjunction of the thought and the mind and the heart, there feels like there's a little bit of a competition going on there. So you really need to let things unfold. As you let things unfold, even if it feels heavy and uncomfortable and sad or frustrating, you're going to come to light with what is going on behind the scenes. I don't feel like there's a lot of things that need to be fought. I feel like there's more thought control. You need to think before you speak. You need to compromise before you act. There's a lot of going within and looking at things deeper, especially when you come from the focus, the Ten of Swords with the High Priestess. There is a bit of, let's not make this a big concern. And if this is a karmic soulmate, then you're going to be able to figure that out with the Three of Swords and the High Priestess. Also, if this has to do with a karmic wound, then it's going to come to light, and that will help you to regenerate more positive changes, more positive shifts. If this has to do with new relationships, things not panning out the way you want them to be, then things will fit themselves the way they have to fit right now. I'm hearing the word obligation. So your new partner or you may have obligations that need to be fulfilled. So if this month you're finding that you're not able to see your partner for a while, or you have a date with your partner, your new partner, and you're not able, it doesn't work out, there's going to be some kind of revealed issue as to why. I'm feeling like some of you are just not ready to be in a relationship. I hate to say it, but I feel like for some of you, you may be pushing yourself to be in a relationship because you don't want to be alone. And what's showing me and guiding me that is the Ten of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the High Priestess, the Three of Swords. The more I feel it for some of you in new relationships, you're trying to be with somebody. Either they're not ready to be with you, or you don't want to be with them because you're not ready for a relationship. You don't want to be alone. So instead of feeling alone in desperation, you're out of desperation. I feel some of you are trying to force something that's not ready to be involved. There's, that trigger is triggering you to step back so you don't feel defeated, because there's some depletion going on here, especially with the High Priestess and the Three of Swords. There's too much fight going on. And that the outcome of the month is a Nine of Swords, and that's sleepless nights, it's overthinking, that's frustration, that's feeling, why can't I be happy? Why can't I be in a relationship? For those of you who are either in a karmic relationship or you're in a new relationship and you're pushing yourself, you need to step back and let fate readjust your situation. I feel some of you need to work through your heart chakra and really clear out the feeling of the situation. And another thing that I'm feeling with this Three of Swords, sometimes the Three of Swords has to do in new relationships. It could even be a karmic issue. There could be a third person that is involved behind the scenes with the energy here, because there's three swords going into that heart. So there could be a third person. Either you're dealing with somebody who's not honest, or you could be going through healing through a breakup. And I'm feeling that this relationship for some of you in new relationships, just you're not ready. Now is not the right time to be putting your heart and soul into a relationship. You need to step back and let things resolve themselves, and just date this person until they're ready, or you're ready to be in a relationship. And don't try to please people. You got to please yourself. You need to fall in love. Some of you need to fall in love with yourself, because I feel like there's some issues here of self-love, and there's not enough self-love. And it's coming from the Five of Cups. You need to fall in love with yourself before you can really allow yourself to truly fall in love. And remember, there is nobody that completes you. Only you complete yourself. I know that there's this misnomer and misconception that I found my soulmate and I feel complete. You can't feel complete until you complete yourself. And no one completes you but you. You got to put yourself first. Your soulmate or your partner in life will complement you. Not complete, but complement you. You don't need someone to complete you when you're complete yourself. When you're complete with yourself and you fall in love, that's when you really feel that complementary action, that happiness, that harmony, that deep connection with your partner. They complement your soul. Okay? So I know a lot of you may hear in storybook romances that somebody completes me. There's no one that completes you but you. And you need to really truly, and that goes for those of you in existed relationships, if you're dealing with old patterns that are coming up. Because mind you, we are in Chiron retrograde until December 29th, and that is in Aries. Aries, Chiron has a tendency to really push you and fight you and push as far as they can go. So that could also be another thing that's triggering the situation. But this Nine of Swords is showing you that you need to let go and step back. And the message for the month of August is don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. For it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. And that has to do with complementary. That has to do with completion. So these are the energies for the soulmate reading for the month of August. Now, realize that there are going to be ups and downs and shifts coming into play, and the energies shifting and moving, and that has to do with communication as well. So step back and let things fall into place this month, okay? Don't challenge yourself. Don't challenge your partner. It will resolve itself. It just feels really, really heavy throughout this month. But I feel like things are going to shift into a healthier, smoother, softer balance, all right? So go with the flow. Do not compete with your partner. Do not challenge your partner. Don't let your partner challenge you. Let things fall into place, and you'll have less sleepless nights and less heartbreak. So these are the energies. For those of you who are following me on YouTube already, thank you very much. For those of you who are looking to follow me on YouTube, I will leave a link in the comment section where the link will take you directly to my YouTube channel, and you can follow me there. Subscribe, press that bell, because when you press the bell, it gives you automatically that instant access when I upload my video readings. And for those of you who need to book your own private reading, you can book your private reading directly again through my website, angelswhisper1122.com. And I would really appreciate the love. So for those of you who love what I do, please press the like button. It shows support for me and all the insights that I pick up for you. And be at peace. Go with the flow. Namaste. And share this with anybody who needs this guidance. Namaste.